I want $10 a month, $5 just for Mando, and another $5 for all the animated content. So let me get this straight. You walk in here, you give me High School Musical, the series. You give me the Mighty Ducks Game Changers. And now you want more money. For what? Another DuckTales reboot? Let me get one thing straight. This is not DuckTales. It's Big Hero 6! Greetings, fellow armchair Imagineers! Tiki here!
And Blue Dragon 5.
And Jacob Wild, too.
And Claude Koinga.
And together we're the big podcast 4, I guess. Although I was kind of incapacitated for the day, so I've kind of only half watched these episodes. So, Claude, congratulations. Your Minimax has been upgraded to Baymax. You're in the big hero, the big podcast 3. Da 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 da.
Thank
All
you.
right. So yeah, folks. Sorry it took so long to get to this. With Big Hero 3. I'm sorry. Now I'm doing the 3 thing. With Big Hero 6, we started out doing weekly episode recaps, but then a combination of the show sort of kind of airing a lot of episodes all at once, and then frankly the show not really being as interesting after season 1. We kind of let season 3 just kind of play out, and we decided to talk about it after the fact. And after the fact is now, guys. We're late, and it's time to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, guys, I'm terribly sorry. I'm just full disclosure here. I did watch this all in one chunk. Today, I wasn't feeling great. I had a migraine, so there was definitely some points where I was kind of drifting in and out of it. Not because of the quality of the show, just because of my actual physical capacities.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you over the world's smallest violin.
Yeah, I definitely got a good sense of the direction of the series, and I think that the robot mascots were a really clever choice to go in for the primary antagonist of the season. I think overall this season has a way goofier tone to it. Of course, with the shorter episodes and everything, it doesn't really have an overarching mystery bad guy or anything like that. But I do enjoy the reoccurring stuff with the villain mascots. I think that Noodle Burger Boy as kind of our final big bad of the show does make some sense. We've been building that guy up since season 1, so yeah. Overall, I was pretty satisfied with it. With the asterisk that I'll probably have to go back and watch a few of these episodes to really, properly digest them. All right, who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
All right, go for it, Claude.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said. Noodle Burger Boy was a great final antagonist because it makes sense, especially him being reprogrammed by Obake from the beginning, and his sister Trina, I think it was, right?
Yes, Trina the bot fighter. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I wouldn't say this is the best season. Probably season 2 or even season 1's a bit better, but okay. In my opinion.
Well, just to be clear, my whole Breaking Bad, this is not meth thing. I was not comparing this show to DuckTales in a good light. All right, this is not DuckTales, and that's not a good thing.
Would you compare this to Kim Possible though?
I would say this is a notch below Kim Possible.
Yeah, it's really hard to top Kim Possible.
Yeah, it really is.
Kim
Possible's got the characters, it's got the arcs, it's got the movies.
There's one actress from Kim Possible in this season.
That is true.
Nicole Sullivan, Shigo.
Yeah.
Well, also we have Will Friedle for an episode. Let's not forget that. But yeah,
yeah, that was fun. Yeah,
he's got a twofer.
All right. So yeah, anyone else share their thoughts?
All right. So sadly, last season of Big Hero 6, as we found out, and I think it's a real shame because I think it finally cracked the code. With the 11-minute breakdown. With the 11-minute breakdown of the episodes in which
hey guys, you can. I've got to talk to Ezra's shipping out tomorrow, and he's trying to get a hold of me. Can you guys just do this for a while?
That's what we were in the middle of, Tiki. But yes, go.
Yeah, I know we're in the middle of it. I know.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. Anyway, what was I? All right. Anyway, so sorry. Let me find my thought again. Anyway, so point being, I think it's a shame that it's the last season because I think they finally cracked the code with.
No.
Sorry.
What? Tiki?
No, it's me. Sorry, let me just refocus here.
Okay.
Sorry. Anyway, yeah, sorry. So yeah, I think they finally cracked the code with the 11-minute break.
Pressed,
Would you mute the button, please? Just hit the mute button. Anyway, sorry about that, folks. So I think we finally cracked the code with the 11-minute breakdown of episodes, which allowed for more character focus, which I think has been the problem for the last 2 seasons, in which we have a lot of great stuff, but there's only so much time between 6 characters you can really squeeze into an episode. And I think kind of doing this whole 11-minute kind of per episode thing that we see in so many other shows, I think it really worked in its favor. We've been kind of I remember throughout the seasons we've been always saying, wouldn't it be great if we kind of had more time with these characters and just maybe kind of trim down some of the episodes? And we finally did that. So I think season 3, very solid effort, a lot of fun. No, it's not an Obake season, but that's for sure. But there's no Obake, but it was a very fine effort, I thought.
Too bad they also trimmed down the amount of episodes too.
That too.
Mm-hmm. That too, but that's the negative. They only got 10 episodes this season.
Mm-hmm. And some characters didn't even show up. Like Olivia didn't show up, so.
Yeah. All right, so Jacob, what did you think?
So I thought this was a solid season. I mean, I'm not one to think that serialization definitely makes a show better. I mean, sometimes I like just simple. This show is obviously shown they can do both in a way. And like I said, sometimes serialization can either make or break a show. And I think serialization helped in certain aspects of this show, and then it kind of broke it in others. But I think here it's like it actually helped with a bit of the care. If they would done the whole 11 minutes plus the serialization, I think they could have benefited a bit more. But I think I like the tone of this. I kind of like the tone of this now. Like the last 2 seasons were actually kind of dark in a way. In some ways, almost even being darker than the original movie in some regards.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it was good to take a step back and even got some new character insights too. And heck, some of the series' funniest moments were in this season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Plus, we got a couple interesting character episodes. Like we got a Heathcliff episode this time.
Mm-hmm.
I was very happy with that.
Yes, and
so again, I wouldn't necessarily say it's as good as other stuff that the show has done, but I definitely wouldn't call it bad by any means. I'd definitely say it has quite a few highlights.
Agreed. So sad as it is to say, we've reached the end, but you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna talk about it.
Well, this isn't the end of the Big Hero 6 verse specifically.
Yeah, we have
Excellent
Baymax
point.
coming.
That we
coming.
do.
Yeah.
That we do.
Yeah, well, I don't think it has the same creative team involved, though. I think it's more from the actual Disney animation rather than television animation.
Yes, but again, there's a little bit of a silver lining, folks. We're gonna get more Big Hero 6, but a little bit more Baymax. Baymax kind of has the Fonzie, the breakout character.
Hey.
The further, yeah. Hey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
La, 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 la.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that looking forward to that. So let's not curse the darkness with the candle.
Mm-hmm.
Entirely. All right, so I guess that said, let's start the transition here into talking about episode 1. Episode 1, big mouthful of a title, the Hyperpotamus Pizza Partytorium. Try saying that 5 times fast.
I don't think I even want to try.
Yeah, me either.
Going a servo.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so episode 1, the only non-binary episode of all these. Pretty much every episode here being kind of like two 11-minute episodes. This not being the case because we got to set things up, man. We got to get a lot of story to set and stuff. So overall, guys, what do you think of episode 1?
I think this is this is probably one that they made who knows if this someone's made before they decided to split everything into 2 episodes, because they set up a lot of interesting story things here that aren't really explored later on throughout the season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like you don't really see the other members get other jobs or move away, anything like that. Just
We're on episode 1, right? Sorry, guys.
yes.
Yeah, you didn't miss much, so that's good.
Okay. Sorry about that. One of my friends is shipping off, so I wanted to make sure I actually talked to him before he left.
Makes sense.
All right. Okay. Hyperpotamus Partitorium.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So, yeah, I guess, I'm sorry, I kind of missed the conversation here, but like I said, I think it was a strong start, both in terms of the, the antagonist of Noodle Burger Boy and all his stuff and the build up to the hyperpotamus and everything. I love how emotionally invested the restaurant franchisees get in their robot mascots in this world.
You get the panda, the crush room, and hyperpotamus.
Yeah, I think it's a great kind of, it's a great team of villains. It's a really clever idea. It's like, because the past 2 seasons we've been dealing with, like, essentially shady business people. So it's like, this is much more just, like, full-blown, full-tilt, wacky comic stuff.
Yeah, it's very much the remnants of, like, kind of the henchmen kind of getting their own season to an extent. Noodle Burger Boys being kind of the fun, memorable henchmen of Obake, just kind of finally, we got to really explore that character, really kind of make it. I never would have guessed, we're going to make Noodle Burger Boy the big bad of season 3. I never would have guessed that in a million years we were going that route.
Well, I think it's because that the creative team loved him so much.
That's true, and of course,
because Trina was like the big bad of season 2. So.
True.
Well, I mean,
the second half.
The second half. The
first
first half was Diamara.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But so it's kind of the risk of growing up and kind of the team, what this poses to the team, when everyone's kind of logically our guys. It's always been kind of a built-in premise of the S-Fit crew who were already there are bound to graduate, and leaving Hiro Hamada just to his lonesome along with Fred, who was never a student to begin with. So there's going to be kind of like we're missing half the team.
Although he wouldn't believe it at first, though. So.
Yeah, so it's. But one of the things that really did land with me with this episode, and I think this episode is pretty clearly the best episode of the season. For me, at least, I just think it's the only one that's 22 minutes, so therefore it's the only one where the stakes and the character development actually feel properly fleshed out. But the stakes and character development are all stuff that I genuinely care about. This whole anxiety over friends drifting apart after high school, and some friends take their adulting more seriously than other friends, and you drift apart. I have been there. I have done that. I have lived that. I can relate to that. I'm almost kind of disappointed that tension didn't really seem to translate into the rest of the season. I was kind of hoping that throughout the season they might have been building towards like an eventual maybe reformation of Big Hero 6 or something like that. But
I was hoping that too.
Happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I did find all that stuff very potent. I totally related to Fred because I am myself a man-child, but who has no aspirations to ever go to college. I think it was a solid episode just for that, just for all those themes. And then the finale with the giant Ferris wheel and everything, that was a lot of fun too.
Yeah, and I believe Jacob alluded to it earlier, but the Sarah character, this little the hostess character who's been in all like the iterations of we had Noodle Burger Boy, the restaurant, to
voiced by Jennifer Lewis as well.
This poor woman just puts all her heart and soul into these little robot mascots, Dragon, and they just disappoint her every time.
It was always like so heartbreaking, and it always puts her in peril and traumatizes her. And she's trying to move on. She's got like the happy, hovering hippopotamus. It's a hyperpotamus, and it's all going to crap. I love that running gag. Speaking of just with the runners, the Noodle Burger Boy, I do love like we're threading the family needle this season from this starting point to the very end, especially with the Noodle Burger crew, the Noodle Burger family, more accurately.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that Noodle Burger Boy, he's really trying to replace the family that he's lost, and very much due to the interference of Big Hero 6, mainly Trina, because he is the mascot brigade. They're all female, they're all sisters. The Hangry Panda, Crushroom, and Hyperpotamus, all essentially. I mean, female robotic mascots, but yeah.
Sisters, as he calls them.
Sisters, yeah.
Yes, exactly. But also, Aunt Cass coming in with the moral very nicely. Episode 1, they're always family
Aunt
and friends.
Cass kind of shined this season, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Aunt Cass was
as she tends to do,
especially in the karaoke episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right.
That part actually kind of ties into this episode.
Okay. So anything else with that?
Nope.
Okay, episode 2, Mayor for a Day and the Dog Praise of Summer.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have much to say about Mayor for a Day. I frankly am really sick of the Richardson character. I feel like the Richardson character in the show kind of reminds me of Doofus Drake from DuckTales 2017, except the writers never got creative with how bad he is. He's just kind of bad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I did like Fred's kind of aspirations to hold up the family name with the Mayor for a Day thing. That was kind of fun.
Yeah, the Mayor for a Day concept, the whole this role for a day story trope. It's kind of like it's the when in doubt story, and we've just applied it to Fred this time. Like, we need an idea. Okay, well, maybe we're applying so much to the other parts of the season. I don't know. Let's do the whole principle for a day story from Recess. But no, it's a retrofit. Mayor for a Day, and let's say the Fredricksons always have won the donation lottery thing. So he's going to be mayor for a day, and then Richardson gets it, and then there's a complication. So it kind of fills in the blanks from there.
Yeah.
Well, been there, done that, but kind of has some funny moments.
Richardson is just really super duper obnoxious, and it kind of turns into just like a boy who cried wolf story. And I will say that I'm not out of our rogues gallery, the grandmother and grandson characters.
Supersonic Sue and Stu.
Yeah, they're probably towards the bottom tier of my favorite reoccurring villains in this show. They're not bad. They're just with Stu, there's only so much I can take of how dumb he is. Mm-hmm. It's I get the joke, and I feel like they kind of just dig the joke into the ground.
Yeah, I mean, I like them. I like how I'll admit, I think we brought them back a little too much, to be fair. But I'm saying, since their inception is always kind of like a fun pairing, Jane Lynch and I'm blanking on the actor's name, but Jonah from Veep playing Supersonic Stu.
I mean, I like the Jane Lynch character a lot more than I like Stu. Stu is kind of the problem for me.
You kind of have a demented, more familial Yzma and Krunk dynamic with them in a sense.
Oh, don't you dare compare them to
yeah.
Oh, that's a good point, though.
Well, I'm saying it's an older woman, and the love.
I'm not going to sign off on this. I'm not going to sign off.
I don't think you have much standing this podcast, Tiki. So you're going to have to take
it. Basically, if Yzma cared that much about Krunk.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, Yzma and Jane Lynch. Honestly, I could see Jane Lynch pulling off a live action Yzma since
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Since Eartha Kitt's not with us, unfortunately. But I don't know. This guy's a pale impression of Kronk, though.
I think Kronk's actually smarter.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, Kronk was one of the dimmest bulbs in the box, but even I think he's smarter than this guy.
Oh, no question.
Peasant at the diner.
He didn't pay his
check. Oh, God. But, it's really kind of a dumb turn where, in lieu of our, as we approach our Boy Who Cries Wolf story, he's abusing his mayoral power with the Halp line. The Halp line's really funny, though. It's this whole, the 60s Batman kind of bat phone hotline. Applied for comedy at Big Hero 6. That's pretty funny. Yeah. So this help line just abused, and then he teams up because he got snubbed, he got snubbed because he's asking for a whole bunch of ridiculous things all day. And I think the best part of the episode is at the very end where Fred got to be mayor for 5 seconds, and he got his 2 wishes. He got the portrait in City Hall, I guess, and he got
his father.
Yep, that honey lemon painted, by the way. I love that detail in the ridge. Oh, man, honey lemon painted for him. That's nice.
It's like, and they're all like, it is a nice painting.
And we got the kaiju transportation for the city.
Oh, travel by kaiju.
Okay, so this next one, so the dog craze of summer, not a whole lot here. It's pretty... Yeah,
okay, you know what? There's not a whole lot here plot-wise, but I was cracking the fuck up at some of the dog
You love this episode?
I don't love it, but I love the comedy in it. Especially the dog that Hero loses and he has to track down. Oh my god, that dog is so fucking expressive with
That's for me. That's for me. The slobbery one's Curie and the little one's Oppenheimer.
Yeah, there's that one moment where like Hero's like across the street and then the dog is just giving like all the eyebrow winks like, oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna leave. He's like just kind of like smiling at Hero. Like that was cracking me the hell up. Like honestly, that reminded me of like the comic delivery of mid-90s Cartoon Network with that kind of stuff. Like I love that humor. The rest of the episode's just okay, as you said, Dragon. It was nice to see Granville. Granville does get a ton to do this season, so it was nice to see her in kind of an authority role. Also nice to see Hero in a summer job type situation, after we kind of established the summer job theme in the first episode.
And the ending of the episode was funny too. We get to like give everyone money, including Von Steamer at the end.
Oh my god!
Yeah, so the Steamer gag was hilarious that we took his arm. It's hysterical.
That's what I'm saying. I just think throughout this episode, there's a lot of good gags. It's not the deepest. It's probably one of the least deep character episodes, but I do think it's easily one of the funnier episodes.
Yeah, the simple moral: do the work, read the manual. Nothing really. Versus burdening your pals.
Yeah, all you have to do was read the manual.
Toy. Yeah, the lobster chew toy is what did it.
Yeah, I think it's a crab, but yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's a crab. My bad.
Lobster's the more expensive of the chew toys. If you notice.
I live in Bodega Bay. You don't have to tell me that lobsters and crabs are like lobsters are more expensive than crabs. I get that.
I don't think you have to live in a specific area to know that.
Fair enough. All right. Anyways.
Okay. Anyway, so let's talk episode 3.
Okay, Trading Chips and Mini Noodle Burger Max. Trading Chips was a lot of fun. Classic body switch with Mini Max going into Baymax's body and vice versa. I'm honestly kind of surprised that they haven't done this concept already in the show. Seems like kind of a no-brainer, and I feel like it gets pulled off really well.
Yeah, so taking Mochi to the vet, very fun runner. Baymax just keeps saying vet because he's a healthcare bot. And then Moochie, just without getting any of the subtlety there, Moochie just freaking out and just on the run because of this. It's hysterical.
Oh, God. He's not very fun to be with them this episode. Like, it's like Mochi just doesn't want to go to the VET. It's like he even knows what the letters mean too.
All right, now something I got to bring up here because it became really apparent on the rewatch towards the tail end, but we kind of tee it up here. So this is really ridiculous, the secret identity thing this season. Okay, it's always been a little ridiculous, but this season it's like I'm throwing my hands up in the air. Where it's like we have this fun bit at the top here where Cass calls out the whole. I don't know what you guys are trying to. Because basically, I think what is it? Wasabi and Fred have to leave, and Minimax have to leave. Anyway, so I don't know what you guys are trying to hide from me. Just go. Where that's one thing, but later on we literally just have it where people in the audience are holding up signs, "We love you, tall girl," when Honey Lemon isn't even in a costume. That just says, what are the rules now? What are the rules? Okay, I mean, I know Cray knows, but literally everybody but Aunt Cass and I guess Carmi, for some reason,
even though
knows.
Carmi would be like the one person where plot-wise it would make sense that she would know.
Yeah, he's supposed to be smart. I mean, Aunt Cass, she's an innocent, but still. Come on.
I mean, Granville knows, no? So.
Well, yeah, of course, she runs the whole thing. She's got like cameras. It makes sense.
Yeah, that element of the show has never really landed.
I give up. Anyway, so moral pretty simple this go around, just like bigger, not always better. We get some fun dancing Baymax.
Yep, we get to see dancing Baymax.
Yeah.
Well, it's Mini Max in Baymax's body. So
Yeah.
I do like that Mini Max kind of has he has a tiny bit of pathos with his confidence issues in the episode.
The wonderful John Michael Higgins.
Yeah, that was a nice little wrinkle to an otherwise pretty one-dimensional character.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh, we also get like a wrinkle of him in the finale too.
True.
We do. Now, speaking of which, I think the tie-in for a lot of these, we'll use this transition point to the other mini episode. A lot of the episodes are very themed to like a characters, and like this one, a little bit of Mini Max at play. Later on, we have like a double fretter, if you will.
Yep.
All right.
A little pattern there. So let's see. So Mini Noodle Burger Max.
This is where I believe my migraine was starting to take effect, and I was kind of starting to go in and out. So I'm terribly sorry.
It's very helpful when I'm trying to fill the silence, by the way. But thank you for pointing that out. Yes.
So we have the vacuum go on with you.
I know. That's what I'm saying. No one's helping me here. Come on, guys.
Where would we be without Dragon's passive aggressivism?
Right.
Anyway, so we have the vacuum bot. We have the Sergeant Suction here, which is kind of fun.
Mm-hmm. We have them in low battery mode again.
Yep, we get some drunk Baymax and Mini Max action going on here. This is actually this is a really clever episode in that we're really we're taking out all the safety nets. We're putting our heroes not at full power. One of the classic Joseph Campbellian things, if you will. Where we're just kind of we're taking away the easy solutions. It's like, okay, so our heroes are trapped with Noodle Burger Boy's family.
Mm-hmm.
And it's up to Noodle Burger Boy and our halfway power drained, Baymax and Mini Max to save the day. Got to work together, stop them from drowning. Because thanks to Crush Room, they're about to drown, other than just being trapped underneath all the debris. So they're in quite.
So you're saying this whole episode is like drunk Mini Max and Baymax?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the tension. They start off that way, and they've charged, but like only halfway. So now they're in a real bind, which means they got to team with Noodle Burger Boy.
I think
okay.
he even.
I'm definitely going to write that down as an episode that I need to go back and rewatch.
And also, we get drunk Noodle Burger Boy because he kind of gives up his power to help save his family to them.
It's always funny. It's always the treat to see drunk Baymax.
Mm-hmm.
I think the concept of drunk robots, just in general, is one of the feathers in this IP's comedy cap.
Well, I mean, it's obviously not the first show to feature drunk robots.
No, I'm just saying, like the idea of with Futurama, sure, but
technically, Bender had to drink to stay sober.
Right.
That's a good point. That is an excellent point.
I'm saying specifically the idea of like when a robot is losing power, then it gets symptoms of being drunk. Like that's a very big Hero 6 decision. Anyways,
I like the humanity in the episode amidst the comedy and the desperation of circumstance, and that it's the humanity of Noodle Burger Boy relating to Baymax's sense of family, which leads to the recharge. That kind of him sacrificing his own power to help save everyone because they both have like a kind of a unified kind of goal, a little Venn diagram of awesomeness, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Also,
and I love the speech he gives to Von Steamer as well when they're getting the drill from him.
Yeah. By the way, I love Baron Von Steamer eating the rice pudding. He loves that rice pudding. I don't know why. It's just really funny to me. I love Jeff Bennett as the Steamer. It's just great.
Baron Von Steamer.
Yes. I think it kind of puts a nice button on it. Perhaps we should transition to the fourth episode.
All right.
Friendly face.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. Friendly face. Big Chibi 6. Yeah, Big Chibi 6 was one of the episodes I was kind of like phasing in and out of, and I was kind of just like, what the hell is going on?
Now, the front end, I feel, is more interesting than Big Chibi 6. I really like A Friendly Face. It was a fun. I think it's probably the best Cray episode we got out of the bunch this season. I love the season 1 aftermath because think of it. I'm pretty sure it was the end of season 1 when Obake made his movie. He used like a lot of the Cray garbage trucks to
And remember, the future is garbage.
Yeah, the future is garbage. I think he used that to do his big play on the city. So basically, this has left a lot of bad buzz about the Kraytech vehicles when he's trying to launch like the new city transport shuttle bus thing. So Honey Lemon steps in and uses her very sunny personality to create the Bunny Shuttle. Say it with me, guys. The Bunny Shuttle. Doesn't that it doesn't make it feel all nice inside? The Bunny Shuttle. Anyway, I'm loving the Bunny
it's
Shuttle.
Almost
anyway.
as good as the Cat Bus, Dragon. Almost.
Yeah. But seriously, I just love this montage of everyone like loving the new shuttle as like the bunny ears are charging. They're all like, this would have been perfect around Easter. May have even happened around Easter. I don't know. Probably not. I think the whole puppy wrapped up around February, technically, when it aired. So probably not. But
it aired in October.
Yeah, well, there you go. But yeah. But I love this. This fits so logically into what Noodle Burger Boy's been doing this season. You know, he's been looking at kind of again, it's a very tech-based season. I like that we kind of went back to that here and made it very logical how Noodle Burger Boy operates. Like, okay, he would aim to steal this giant the bunny shuttle, the smart bus, essentially. Yeah, we can use this. And ends up touching their lives in a sense when they're all like ragging on Noodle Burger Boy, and basically the bus plays therapist for the little family.
Yeah,
it's delightful.
And Honey Lemon has to be negative in order to stop them.
Yeah, challenging Honey Lemon to kind of go outside her wheelhouse.
And says something really dumb, basically how they're gonna die when the battery runs out.
Oh, God.
Let's rob a sticker store. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you guys felt this way. I really like Mayor Sato or Sato. Saito, thank you. I really like Mayor Saito, especially her dynamic with Cray. Just like the frustrated dynamic, like she's really sold on it. Then all this bad stuff happens. Like, okay, forget it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That's a lot of fun. Of course, logical conclusion: sticker party at Honey Lemon's place for this thing, so it doesn't get destroyed and melted down. And Go as per usual, like, nope,
close the door.
I'm shutting this down now. Nope,
no.
Go-Go's not having any of that.
It's a big Chibi 6. Not a whole lot here. Just
is it essentially just another fanfic episode?
No, it's a little more than that.
Yeah.
It's cute, but real gimmicky, and that's kind of the point. The two big takeaways: Carmi's back, and we kind of tee up the hero Carmi relationship in a nice way here. You know, it's a little kind of a Batman Forever resolution.
Finds out.
Yeah, but she gets over like he was fake persona though. And I think develops like a crush on him as
Makes
himself,
sense.
but obviously she doesn't know his secret though. So,
and I still maintain that that's a plot development that should have happened in season 1.
I agree.
Or even in season 2.
Yeah.
That would have been better.
Like after he saved her, basically. Before she left.
And again, how can she just not look this guy in the face and see? Oh my God!
That's what I'm saying. It's like it's a Clark Kent thing, man. It's like. He doesn't even have the glasses. I guess he has the helmet, but
it's just the helmet with like a piece of clear glass. It's slightly tinted purple glass, and not even good tinting.
Yeah.
It's like legal tinting.
I mean, like we already established, especially because they already set up Carmi as like, you know, the smartest person in the whole school. You know, smarter the hero. So, you know, it just doesn't jive. But. Anyways.
Yeah, the resolution very Batman Forever, like, you know, kind of the big infamous smile from Batman Forever, like she's about to make the moves on Hero's alter ego, or it's like, you know, actually there's somebody else. Like, oh, we know who she's talking about. Somebody else. And also it still bugs me to no end, the whole there's like fan fiction and everything with the Big Hero 6, and yet still we have no actual names on them. It's like we're still stuck with a stupid Captain Cutie thing. I hate that.
Captain Cutie is like probably like the biggest blemish on the whole show, in my opinion.
Yes.
Just that whole thing.
I'm a dream mode.
Is Tall Girl still a thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I approve of Tall Girl just retroactively because of the terrible Netflix movie. I think that name is hilarious.
Also, I love the Megan.
That does explain her podcast. I think I'm not Tall Girl.
By the way, Richardson having a podcast is that was hilarious.
Yeah.
All right.
And the return of Will Friedle as well.
Yeah, so we got Hard Light returns. Basically, Hard Light got a big episode with Megan, and the person who's absent in this episode, Megan, and her father, Chief Cruz, the wonderful Nestor Carbonell. I guess he had other things going on. Couldn't get him for the season. And Hard Light, very much kind of our Uber gamer kind of foe. As you know, he's returned, and he's using kind of a battle of the power gloves, if you will, with him versus Carmi.
And he even makes his own chibi version of himself later in the episode. So.
Well, Papa, remember me.
And I love what he says to Judy when he gets arrested.
He's like, that's going to be gone for a while. And she's like, I'm going to assume that's without pay.
Yep. So,
Judy.
We keep bringing up like, wait a minute, he's looking at Carmi. What about Megan? We don't talk about Megan, but she's not in the season. We can't talk about her. No, don't ruin this for me.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed they didn't bring Carmi back from the episode. Megan didn't even show up.
Yeah, it's very much a self-aware call out, I'm sure.
She was never mentioned. Neither one of those characters were ever mentioned again.
I really like Chief Cruz, man.
Oh, even Hero's brother wasn't even mentioned.
Wasn't mentioned at all.
Yeah.
Neither Carmen nor Megan were ever mentioned again after this episode.
Nope.
Okay, episode 5. Now things get really good.
Hey.
Cobra and Mongoose.
Yeah!
One of the best episodes, Cobra and Mongoose, of the season.
Yeah, I love this episode so much.
Oh God, I think I entirely slept through it. I'm sorry.
Well, that's just dandy. So
it's a Heathcliff episode. It's a Heathcliff episode.
Oh, the Heathcliff. Yeah, I saw bits and pieces of it. Yeah. No, the Heathcliff episode is great. I didn't catch the whole thing, but from what I saw, I was like, this is some really fun Heathcliff stuff.
We pretty much did the Alfred backstory thing with him. They had a very exciting life previous to his employment. In this case, he was very much a 007 James Bond type. It's a very awesome idea. What if James Bond teamed up with a superhero and they became buddies?
It offers explanations to how these flashbacks have pictures. Like every spy had a personal photographer back then.
These very impractical. How the heck do you have photos of what happened here? Oh yes, you recovered. You know?
Yeah.
It's like it provides an explanation as to that.
Yeah, easily this is the best episode of season 3. I'd say in terms I think it just came out like gangbusters, man. I love Heathcliff, always loved Heathcliff, and we basically took time to appreciate the bond that he shares with Fred in this episode, and it was really nice. It's really sweet and also really over the top and kind of fun. That Heathcliff's like a James Bond type, and he's got an arch foe, which is the Cobra.
And he then uses Hero's old tech.
And I love that. I love how Hero honestly, Hero mainly saves the day when he kind of. I just love that. As cool as the episode is, Heathcliff doesn't really save the day at the end of the day. It's really.
And he was like, next time use your own tech.
Yeah, I love that's like where Hero has a grudge against people misappropriating his technology. It's a big sticking point with him. And of course, one of the all-time great runners, the Nacho.
Oh God, Fred crying over the nachos.
Yep, just crying he lost his whole world. We have these great reveal shots that the nachos sprung about the floor like a crime scene
because he couldn't use his arms.
Because he keeps getting paralyzed by these robot snakes and by these robotic cobras. They're awesome. The Robo Cobras are awesome, by the way.
This honestly should have been another 22-minute episode.
I mean, it could have been, but then again, if maybe we would have spoiled it had it been longer. I don't know. I could have lived in this world, but maybe it would timed out to be just right. Who knows?
I'm just saying it could have been.
Yeah, it could have
sure.
been.
Also, the whole I love the swear on your Captain Fancy #1. You won't come after me to save me, and of course, a little loophole being it was a reprint. That doesn't count as a reprint.
It was a reprint, so it doesn't count.
It's a reprint. It's worth nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, he's sporting the Connery Bond suit too. By the way, he's wearing the when he has his formal wear, kind of like bulletproof suit. It's great. It's got the exploding couplings, all sorts of cool Kingsman-like gadgets. I love it.
Yeah, you're a sucker for the gadgets.
I am.
Yep.
Yeah.
Speaking of Fred and the kind of the connective tissue of these episodes, let's talk about Better Off Fred. So this, again, I think is a solid pair of Fred episodes, and I don't think it's no Cobra and Mongoose, mind you, but it's nice.
Yeah.
Olivia seems like a nice character. It's, this Richardson's cousin, who basically is Fred's soulmate. Same levels, equal levels of fandom. There's a really nice meet cute. Things are going well.
Yeah.
At least they finally stuck it to Richardson in this episode.
That they did. We left him in the piano.
She thought Fred was a joke at first, though, because Richardson lied.
Yeah, that little sawed-off little. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But
at least they got his comeuppance and they just left him in the piano.
Yeah, and again, the moral of the story being feuds and presumptions are dumb.
Mm-hmm. And the return of the villain,
the Supersonics.
Yep.
Yeah, Supersonics. Yeah.
I love Supersonics too, trying to do his own solo heist. He has all the cheat notes and the writing on his hand.
And Supersonic Sue is just being the grandmother, just filming everything. It's his first solo heist. Aww.
And the whole even when it goes belly up, who wants ice cream for dinner? For din. It's like, oh my god, it's the best day ever. It's like, that's what I'm saying. That's the charm of these. You can never see the doting grandmother grandson villain dynamic ever. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fred saves Olivia, and it's the couples together. It's nice.
All right.
It would have been nice to see some acknowledgement of that later, but what we see here, it seems to be pretty nice so far.
We don't need mustaches to impress people.
No.
I've grown a mustache.
Yeah, Fred tried that and it failed completely.
Well, his mustache was fake anyway.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We don't need fake mustaches anyway. Okay, so episode 6,
Big Hero Battle.
Mm-hmm.
Go the Waroo. So, Big Hero Battle. Okay, this is my least favorite. I'm sorry, you were saying?
Otherwise known as Big Hero 6 versus Korean Boy Band.
Yeah, the K-pop episode.
I hated this first segment so much. I really hated it.
Oh, wow. Strong thoughts.
I'm going to say it's the worst episode of Big Hero 6 ever.
Oh, wow.
Wasabi was great in the episode, though, being a fangirl type of the band.
I mean, Kari Payton can only save an episode so much, my friend. I don't. I've seen Kari Payton on a sinking ship before.
Oh, God.
Cyborg can only do so much.
That's my point. So
yeah, exactly.
I mean, I don't know the sinking ship reference, but
I mean, Teen Titans Go. We don't have time.
Yeah,
to get
Teen Titans Go.
Yeah,
Much
let's go.
ship.
Well,
I thought so.
I mean, not really, but moving on.
Fine, moving on. So the Spider Bot's cool though. But that's about it.
And Steamer was cool in this episode.
The dragon.
Yeah, Steamer was also cool, and the Steamer basically being undone because the boy band sucks.
Can we just agree that the Steamer is the best original villain in the show?
I'm inclined. Well, not counting Obake, but yeah.
Yeah, not counting Obake.
Yeah.
Sure.
You're
next
right.
to Obake, Hughes.
I would agree. Then probably Noodle Burger Boy, but yeah.
Uh-huh.
And even he found their tunes addictive. even if your earworms are somewhat delightful.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, it's just here's why I don't like it. It's the fact, one, I got low tolerance for boy bands. Period. That's just me. But the actual reason,
I think you didn't like the Old Boys episode of Kim Possible. Then
I mean, I'll admit, I think that one's more. There's a better exception to that.
What about the Gravity Falls one?
I mean, Nestor Carbonell is hysterical in the episode as Junior trying to be in a boy band. So that's what kind of saves that one. But this is not. Regardless, the fact that they're trying to lay down this ridiculous challenge that no one really wants anyway. No, we don't want to. So they throw them a little envelope for a challenge, and we challenge you to save more people, and whoever is going to be the best super team. We're like, well, why should we? Why should I even do this with you? And they just kind of end up getting into this ridiculous challenge, and the fact that everything they do, these idiots just keep taking the credit because they're flashier. It's a load of BS, and as an episode, it's 20 years too late.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Well, to be fair, Korean boy bands are still popular.
Oh,
yeah, exactly.
Fine.
What's the name of that? I forget the name of that Korean boy band that's really popular right now.
K-pop.
Yeah,
BTS, I think.
Yeah, BTS. That's it.
Yeah.
I think that might have been what inspired this episode. And a nice thing, they actually got some Korean actors to voice them.
Yeah, full to sing is what they're called.
I mean, I mean, I'll give you that. I didn't consider the whole K-pop thing, but I was like, yeah, I guess that's why.
Yeah, it's definitely trying to take on more of a K-pop vibe than like an instant Backstreet Boys vibe.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm just still throwing my hands up in the air on this one. It's like I don't. Where's? It's a losing battle, and at the end of the day, I walk away with like no fun at all from this episode. Outside the steamer being foisted by these guys, and it's like you're welcome. It's like what am I supposed to do with that? There was nothing to learn. There was no anyway. Go on.
Or basically, he was hoisted by his own petard.
Yeah,
Right.
Baymax is always a delight.
Yeah, I mean, of course, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, the better part of the thing that saved this episode, man, was Go Go the Wawaroo. That's an excellent episode.
The only thing I saw of this episode was the very ending with Baymax malfunctioning over Go Go giving someone a hug.
That was a perfect ending. You missed out big time, Tiki. That's a great episode, man.
That particular scene at the end, you just mentioned like one of the funniest moments of the whole show. You're like he sees Go Go, he's like error. It's like the screen is like flashing error.
Hilarious.
Go Go is hugging a child, and then he just faints backwards.
Yeah, Tiki, this is your wish come true, man. This is the Go Go episode, man. This is a great episode for Go Go.
Yeah, I know. I did want more Go Go stuff. So yeah, I should go back.
This episode has a great premise. You know, it's Go Go undercover to protect our very Miss Frizzle-esque kind of scientist, performer teacher, Wendy Wower. Mm-hmm. And as she's going undercover as
okay, no, I think I did catch some of this. Like I said, I was kind of in and out, but yeah,
I'm getting real tired of your amnesiac kind of run of this episode.
I remember I remember some of the Wendy Wower stuff. Yeah,
I mean, even though it turns out the entire conflict was a kind of minor one, it was still a fun episode regardless.
Uh-huh.
And Gogo gets to sing too, so that's great.
Yeah.
It was interesting to see like Gogo actually have fun for once.
Yeah.
Usually in these kinds of situations, Gogo's like, "Why am I here?"
Yeah.
But here she's actually like, "I'm actually enjoying myself."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and she learns, there are other ways to make a difference than hitting people, which is always kind of a nice layer to add to your heroes.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure you love this too. Well, T, you would have loved this too. You have the Jacks hosting bright lights, loud noises as the show in contrast to the Wawaroo thing.
Oh, that's funny.
The Jacks.
It's like they're hosting everyone's favorite kids show, bright lights, loud noises. Which I think is probably a jab at preschool shows or something.
I would believe so. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
but yeah, just nice episode. Seeing her teach the kids music. The music. It's pretty good stuff.
And of course, the ending with Baymax is freaking hilarious.
Perfect. It's just utterly perfect. Okay. Brings us to 7, the new Negaglobby, and debased. So, new Negaglobby, guys, what do you think?
It was nice to see have another Globby episode. Globby's kind of grown on me.
Mm-hmm. And to see a version of Globby that's more like even more obnoxious.
Yeah.
Yeah, even more obnoxious.
That complains a lot about things, basically.
He's kind of negging people, the whole negative comment. Well, I know it's not the proper. I know there's technical neggings, you're trying to make a move, but it's
And can we just say that the friendship between Honey Lemon and Globby is just delightful.
I love it so much, and that's the main reason later on she believes in rehabilitation because it worked wonders on Globby. Of course, she believed in rehabilitation.
Well, I mean, also Felony Carl continues to be delightful as well.
Felony Carl is a gift to the show. I love me some Felony Carl.
And again, another good moment later in the season near the end. So.
Can we just get a Felony Carl spinoff?
I want that.
A Globby and Carl's series.
Diedrich Bader, gotta love the guy.
Diedrich, what a wonderful man that Diedrich Bader. But so I love the whole. Felony Carl is so understand. Globby's kind of globbing him in his sleep, and as he's
it's okay, Globby. I'll just go to the couch. Don't worry about it.
It's actually a sofa.
We're not going to have this argument again. Of course, I love Mad Scientist Honey Lemon. That's really funny too, by the way. Just how she separates, basically builds the brain for Negaglobby.
To build the brain, it has glitter on it. That's just not creepy. It's as if the fact that she made a brain isn't creepy to begin with.
We had a really effective use of Richardson Mole as the perfect solution with the whole.
obnoxious Globby.
Exactly. You know, the two of them being kind of a match made in heaven for correcting each other. Well, actually,
I wouldn't call it a match made in heaven. More like a match made in hell.
You're right. That's more accurate. Yes.
Yeah.
But even then, I still think Nega Globby is still slightly more tolerable than Richardson.
I would agree. I would 100% sign off on that.
I mean, yes, he's kind of like a know-it-all, but at least he's not entirely obnoxious. Well, he kind of is, but not as bad.
All right, so debased. This is our big kind of a PSA about, folks, don't check your beware spam in the emails. Be very cautious in checking emails.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Fight basically checks the spam email.
Yeah, and it infects Basemax.
Which the whole, the computerized base, which then basically turns Basemax into the queen of Spambibia.
Oh,
it was like the whole Arabian Prince, the old chestnut there, but it was like retrofitted like a royalty. Like, help the royal family, answer the email.
And she even takes control of like Baymax and Minimax later.
And yes. So we have like Baymaximus and the
Baymaximus.
Okay, yeah, I've got to go back and watch.
And the scrappy sorcerer's apprentice.
Wait, who's the sorcerer's apprentice? Minimax?
That's Minimax. And Minimax is the scrappy sorcerer's apprentice.
It's like a drunk Baymax isn't funny enough. We get medieval knight Baymax.
Oh my god!
Diluted Baymax.
It's like one of like obviously I don't know if that's funnier, but it's freaking hilarious. Like he's like, you get to see like Baymax continue to go over there like, for the queen.
This is a pretty absurdly funny episode. We have like a 2001 climax homage, which is really funny.
And then it's like you actually get to see like a higher risk. Like, you know how Baymax usually goes like, oh no, oh no.
I feel like this season the show really came into its own with the comedy beats, which is honestly something I think the show kind of struggled with early on.
I think that was a request of Disney's as well, probably to make it more comedic.
Yeah,
I can buy that.
They wanted to focus more on the comedy instead.
Which makes sense.
I think it's a good compromise, man, because we don't have like an overarching mystery in this season, but I feel like a lot of the episodes are just feel a lot more breezy. And of course the 11-minute run times on them also probably help with that.
And plus Noodle Burger Boy is more of a comedic villain anyway, so
right.
So it makes sense.
But I say this is probably one of the funniest episodes of this season so far.
Okay. All right, let's
see Mega Max be all evil. He's the Ogre King. Sorry.
The Misfit.
The Misfits.
Misfits. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Basically, the robots try to run a robot score at SFit, while Hero helps like this new kid who's even younger than him, but already graduated.
I believe Rishi Patel is the lad's name, I think.
That's his name.
Yeah, I'm this 11-year-old punk kid.
Oh, God. Ooh.
11.
That's not a flattering way to start a sentence.
But he is. Here's what made him a punk kid in my eyes. Here's the thing. I get what the episode's going for. It's not a bad episode. It's not like that big. It's not like episode 6 at all. But it's just the idea is okay. Our characters are growing up this season. So Hero, he's kind of like he's a sophomore versus a freshman that he was. So he's kind of now in the mentorship. He's going to be mentoring the younger generation, basically getting a little purview of what he might have been like. But two things. One, the minute I don't like this kid hacking Baymax and not setting them back properly. That ain't nice. Baymax didn't hurt anyone. We're doing like, he's marveling at the carbon fiber element and all like the fun design of Baymax, much like Hero did. And then like, I'm gonna hack him. Like, you little prick.
Did you even call Baymax old school?
Maybe. He might have.
Yeah, it's like he doesn't really get any comeuppance for that.
You know what I'm saying? Like the fact I don't like him hacking our lovable Baymax, man. That rubs me the wrong way.
Especially because it's like with Baymax, it's like if you're hacking Baymax, you're essentially hacking a part of Tadachi's soul.
Yes. That ain't right. That ain't nice. That ain't nicely nice.
Yeah.
But admittedly, having like high pitched and low And low-pitched Baymax is kind of funny, though.
Yeah, it's funny, but it's morally wrong.
Well, yeah. He recovers, though, and he's fine by the end.
No, he isn't.
Well,
He isn't.
By the next episode,
God.
he's fine.
Yeah, you're right about that. By the next episode, yeah, but not at the end, because we do it like the little dot, dot, dot. Oh, yeah, he's still hacking with Baymax, because now Hero's stuck with this kid.
Mm-hmm.
But so it's the other problem I have is that I don't think, and we kind of mentioned in the episode, I don't think Hero was ever as bad as this kid. Even in the first season, I think that makes the moral a little iffy. Where it's a good moral, and like Granville, trying to educate Hero. Yeah,
I mean, yeah, Hero was like a bot fighter, but that was before he went to SFIT, and he never went around intentionally trying to ruin and hack other people's work.
Yeah, like you saw him tear up that kid, tore up that lab with everyone's stuff in it too. That's what I'm saying. That's what makes me not like the kid.
Mm-hmm.
No respect for anyone's belongings. That ain't nice. What is nice though, what's really nice, the promo video. Basically, the Noodle Burger family's big plaza. We're going to take over the school and make it a college for robots, and they're trying to sell Baymax on it with this hilarious college promo video.
Oh my god, that sounds like delightfully stupid.
It's so funny.
Trust me, it was. And it's like before they pitch it to him, it's like my answer is no. And then after it's over, it's like always like my answer is still no.
Also, I love Noodle Burger Boy's in a tweed jacket because he's at college.
Oh my god.
It's really funny.
Tweedle Burger Boy.
Ah, yeah, that's good.
Thank you.
We have someone in the comments, Zintilli. Hello.
Hey.
Hello, right back to you.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
All right.
Our next episode, our next part.
Yeah.
Return to Sycorax.
Mm-hmm. Another Quay episode.
For those who may have forgotten, Sycorax was where Liv Amara. Well, sorry, where Diamara.
Diamara.
Yeah, Diane.
Forget how simple it is because it's Diane, but it's like die.
Live Amara and live and die.
Yep, I know it's perfect. It's perfect. That's what I love.
Yeah, exactly.
Diamara, monster. Diamara's Monster Factory.
Yeah. We do get to see the monsters, but we never see. But they could. This is like something that Cray bought the Sycorax building, but nothing's ever done with it.
Nope. And I love that Cray just crossed out the Amara part or the Sycorax part and just wrote in like crayon or like chalk, just like Cray Tech.
Yeah, that is something Cray would do.
Yep. So this episode had shades of a Kim Possible episode to me. The big kind of super size, the grande size me episode where we have like fast food related monsters.
Well, I mean, arguably better implemented than that episode was.
I'm sorry, what?
I said, I'm just trying to figure out what that
Tiki
noise
audio.
is.
Can you?
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I
Jacob,
was
go on.
wondering
What's wrong with the audio on
sound
my end, though? Jacob's the one that's talking.
It was the noise.
Yes, Tiki, the noise factory.
What noise? I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, that.
I don't know where it was coming from, but okay, it's
I'm literally not doing anything. I'm just laying in my
Okay.
bed. I'm not making any noise.
Yeah, well, that's up for debate. We don't have time for that. Anyway, so Jacob,
No, what am I doing? Seriously.
you're making the sound, Tiki,
Wait,
again.
What sound?
we don't know. Okay, let's move on.
I'm literally just laying here. But
Okay, let's just move
All right.
on.
All right, Jacob.
Yeah.
What I was saying was like, is it arguably better implemented the whole message better than the grande size meat did?
Yeah, these were really cool monsters, weren't they? We had like the giants, like the Yaki Taco Scorpion and the Vulture Crepe. A Vulture Crepe, man.
It was quite interesting. At least it wasn't like a grotesque cheese monster or anything like that.
Yeah, we didn't turn like Ron Stubb into like a Fin Fang Foom or something.
Oh god. Right.
Yeah, of course, like Wasabi's lesson about healthy food helping save the day and all that sort of stuff. And we have like the spooky ambiance. I mean, it wasn't necessarily one of my favorites, but it was pretty solid. It's kind of the I'll tell you my favorite part of the episode, hands down. I think the best part of the episode was the mundane. We're waiting for like the food monsters to show up out of the elevator. It's like I think Hero went to the bathroom. He's coming back. Like the flush in the background is like they're talking like, so what are you doing on the weekend, Wasabi? Oh, I have a pottery class. I didn't know you were into pottery. Yeah, as a hobby.
Wasabi has a hobby.
Yeah.
It's delightful.
All right, next episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
A fresh sparkles.
This is a good one. Tiki and I, have, in our coverage of the Anime Batcave, we've covered a litany of rehabilitation episodes, of reform episodes. So this is quite the treat, I felt.
Holy shit! I just realized how badly
Of-
I spelled sparkles.
It's a fresh sparkles, not a fresh sprackles.
Yeah, I know that too. I'm like, what?
Okay, that was dumb. Okay.
There we go.
A fr-
Well, it's a fresh sparkles, but
Hey, no, not of.
A
But-
fresh sparkle,
Yeah.
singular.
no, it's sparkles, but it's still a
Fresh sparkles.
a
Okay.
fresh sparkles.
Yeah.
back on the spelling.
There,
Alma.
you happy?
Yeah, there,
wait.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Meanwhile, on the fresh sparkles of Bel Air, let's start.
For sure.
This is good. This is arguably called another honey lemon episode.
Yeah, this is a great Honey Lemon episode, man. I love again just through that whole globby filter has made this episode even more effective. This was awesome.
The earlier episode was her like learning to like be negative. This is her being aggressive.
Yeah.
Being too aggressive.
Yes.
She knows Sparkles is gonna screw up, man. Also, we get Sparkles' first name, Frank Sparkles.
Frank Sparkles.
Yes.
And of course, he ratted out Yama, got an early parole, and he's working. I love this detail. Well, that Sarah is still haunted by these mascots and that keep going awry. So she has this the real lazy rebrand. Let's just put like these puppy cardboard cutouts on top of these hippo fixtures of this place, so we don't have to tear it down. It's like this is great. Yeah.
Let's see the return of Yama.
Yeah, and of course Yama being our big like reveal, like, oh my god, Yama, it was Sparkles was on the straight and narrow the whole time, and we pushed her into being cynical. That's not good at all. Yeah, it was good more.
Yeah, it was Yama.
Don't force people to change. You have to hope they're going to change on their own. Hence the reform.
The zoom in on her faces were the zoom ins on her face were terrifying though.
They were.
Yama's free while little Yama's in jail in his bed, and the cops on Eliza.
Yeah, the Mega Yama. How if you think about it too, like, how would the robot get in his cell and no one's gonna notice that Mega Yama's in the bed? It's Bunny Lemon. My God, Bunny Lemon.
Yeah, Bunny Lemon I did see, and that was a pretty pretty cool visual.
That's why I chose it for the thumbnail.
Yeah, It was a good call. It was an excellent call. All right,
It's-
then,
It was just nice kind of like seeing these different takes of these characters. Like Frank Sparkles is actually trying to be a good guy. Now, of course, hearing Patton Oswalt was a good again.
I love me some
Right.
Patton. I'm so looking forward to the MODOK show with him, by the
Yeah.
way.
Oh yeah, same. I saw the trailer for that. That looks awesome. And with Ben Schwartz as well.
Well,
As
now
another
I'm
character
now-
that as another character that was blue. So
I will see how that turns out. So,
it's be fun.
I didn't know you had such an aversion to Ben Schwartz.
it's funny. I kind of had the epiphany that I kind of realized, oh my God, I think I might hate Ben Schwartz.
Wait! Wasn't Ben Schwartz the guy who had the running joke on Earth to Ned?
Yes, he was.
Oh my
So
God.
after that, I kind of realized that was played up for a laugh. But then I realized, like, it got me thinking. Like, I went back to the other Ben Schwartz stuff. And I think I've never had a positive experience with Ben
Oh
Schwartz.
wow!
I must say, I think
He was Dewey.
I know. I didn't
And
like him as Dewey.
How about Sonic?
He was Dewey. He was Leonardo. He was Sonic. He was great in all of those.
Yeah, I don't.
I gotta tell you.
I don't understand the issue, but
And I
whatever.
tell you, when I was watching through. I'm not caught up on it. I was watching through DuckTales, and I kind of had the epiphany there. I was like, oh man, I don't think I like Ben Schwartz.
Dewey had like one of the best arcs in the entire series.
I don't know what to tell. I mean, I haven't gotten to season 3 yet, but I'm just up to 2, and I'm at the point where, like, man, I don't like this kid.
I think season 3 comes to Disney Plus this Friday. Actually,
I would hope so. If it does, I'll be watching it. Believe me. But anyway, Noodle Burger Ploy.
Great name, by the way.
Yes, it is.
Gotta love the puns.
We have the Fred swap here, the great Fred swap. Where Fred yet again. I love this runner of the beginning. He falls prey to these fake emails. It's the runner of season 3.
And they even reference it like Gogo even puts out like this feels like a repeat lesson.
Yeah.
right. He even does it again at the end of the episode where he did it. And
Yeah.
It's like this is basically Noodle Burger Boy pretending to be Fred by just like spouting random information that Fred told him.
And no one noticed until it was completely obvious.
He's like, no, like Fred's like, no, he'll notice, and then they're like, oh.
Baymax was taken out of the episode, so there was no way of just like our big plot contrivance couldn't tell.
Yeah.
And it's also the return of that one wrestling villain,
El Fuego.
El Fuego.
He was one of my favorite episodes of season 2, so I was happy to see him back.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, I think El Fuego, end of the day, he might be a little weak sauce, if I recall correctly.
I liked his episode a lot, but it's been a while since I've seen it. I remember getting a kick out of his personality.
Personality's fun, but I think that episode in particular, assuming he didn't get like another one, which he might have, so I can't fully recall myself, is that it was like very much like, I'm the tough guy, Baymax isn't, It was just
that's fair. That's a little weak.
I'm just saying, I don't think we did much to improve him here.
Yeah.
Either, but then again, I'm not saying like he needs to be Yates or he's a giant guy, he's a giant luchador and a giant mech. What else can you really do?
I mean, let's face it, Drake. Outside of like a select couple, I feel like the villains in this show are not meant to be, deep or complex by any means.
Yeah.
I mean,
except for Obake, yeah.
Yeah, Obake is the most deep and well-written character.
Yeah.
One little side note, just something I really loved the episode, just a very random thing. I love the Noodle Burger Mobile so much.
Totally.
Awesome.
The little goat. The go-kart and the Fred that Fred rides in.
Yeah.
It's another thing I'm kind of surprised they didn't design a Noodle Burger Mobile before now.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, and then
10.
Yeah.
The final 2.
It's the final countdown.
You know why we're singing, though? We're singing because it's karaoke night.
The musical episode, in a way.
Yeah.
Almost every show has one, so.
True.
Did Gravity Falls ever have a true musical episode?
Well, they had the boy band episode.
They had the karaoke episode, but
There we go.
I don't count either of those as a true musical episode, but I hear you.
Karaoke really didn't have any singing.
You ruined the analogy.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what
I mean, the boy band episode was more of a musical episode than karaoke.
The boy band episode had like a couple performances in it, but it wasn't like a top to bottom, like everyone singing kind of episode.
Oh no!
Anyways.
So I love the fun call out just with the plot of this one that just all of Kraytech keeps turned into weapons, like a lot, with the sonic can used for the demolition, which very clearly could be used.
My Sonics.
If only someone could have warned Cray that it could be used as a weapon.
God. And also the fun little reminder that Noodle Burger Boy essentially is Kraytech, which of course is how he learns about this thing. That makes great sense.
Too bad they didn't reference. He didn't reference his. Yeah, and they did make a slight reference to Obake in this episode.
Yep. Honestly, we've had a little bit of Obake with the fact that what brings us the family is that there are all these Obake chips that are left over.
True.
So that's kind of So yet again, I call the whole BS thing where we have the crowd. We're trying to sell the karaoke thing, the Kraytech karaoke thing, and Honey Lemon singing, and all these people are holding up, "We love tall girl." She's doing like her big rap thing.
Okay, I'm sorry. I like the tall girl gag dragging. Get over the tall girl.
No, Tiki, you're not understanding. It's like the tall girl was one thing, but she's not in the costume. That's the problem.
Oh, right. Okay.
But the thing is, she did say there's a name for podcast, though.
Oh,
remember, she said, "I'm not tall girl," so obviously they probably appropriated that as part of her name. I'm trying to at least.
How are they going to know that it's her though?
Well, I mean, if it's a live stream and a podcast, they've probably seen her face.
But I think the problem is still persisting here, even if she accepts.
At the end of the day, we can all just worship the Netflix version of the tall girl character and just call it a day. All right, there is one true tall girl, and it's not Honey Lemon.
Well, yeah, she says so herself.
All right. Yeah. Anyways,
I mean, that's the name of podcast. I'm not tall girl.
Regardless, the whole secret identity thing just got out the window at this point. We have some of our characters. Aunt Cass tearing it up. On the karaoke, and of course Jennifer Lewis.
What they call Aunt Sass?
Aunt Sass.
And Mini Max's reaction to Aunt Cass. She is my queen.
Yes.
And Wasabi with his song, Slap That Jam. As Crushroom is like breaking the door to get in, to get the weapon.
Yeah, and I love the fact that at the end of the episode, Noodle Burger Boy, he was the only one to buy any of the karaoke units, and he's buying it to sing the blues. And you're right, we do mention Obake here as well in the song. He was doing like the Noodle Burger Boy blues.
Mm-hmm. And the best moment of the episode, which is one of the pictures here, the Globby and Family Carlo duet.
The duet, yeah. Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so last, the mascot Upshot.
Mm-hmm.
Clever title.
Yeah.
So Minimax, he's going undercover. Dun dun dun.
Undercover with the mascots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes, and we kind of a throwback to evil Minimax, where remember, he gets like a little drip of water on his head, he turns evil.
Right.
Still hilarious. Thankfully, that doesn't happen to him in this episode. He's just playing that up, though. So we have some John Michael Higgins comedy going on here. But more importantly, outside of the whole big or go chrome kind of runner, we have this really cute bonding between him and the family aspect, and really highlighting the fact of Noodle Burger Boy. There's a positive thing uniting this little merry crew, and Minimax feeling really guilty about the old double cross, kind of the full Donnie Brasco, if you will.
Yeah.
It turns out they were double crossing him.
And involved with the return of Mama Kase. So.
Yeah, Mama Kase's little favor with Hero paid off too.
Yeah, from the Hero the Villain episode.
She pretended to be working with the robots and only double crossed them.
Yeah.
So it's like Lord Frank calls it a triple double cross.
Yeah. And it's fitting because she worked with Noodle Burger Boy in season 1 as well. So
makes sense. So I gotta tell you, I really love the resolution of the whole series with their ending. So we're gonna have like an ending. I gotta be honest. Like, yeah, I know it's not like a flash, like a potential return of Obake thing, because he's assumedly, I guess he's dead. Just given that we've reached the end, there's no return. But you know, I gotta tell you, the ending made a lot of sense. It's very fitting. We removed all the Obake chips, and well, we just programmed them to do something positive, which is, hey, they're all in food service. Let's put them they're the staff at the Lucky Cat. They're calling Aunt Cass mother, which is random and funny.
Funny. Even Aunt Cass doesn't get it. Like,
we just have this sweet.
She doesn't seem to mind though.
No, of course not. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. The ending's the final shot. I'm so glad you put it on the image, by the way, Jacob. So that final image is perfect and crystallizes what the show is. It's a sweet group of unconventional family kind of put together in that cafe, man. It's a great final note for Big Hero 6, I thought. That's the way you want to go out. Even if by circumstances your last season. I think they lucked out big time with that ending.
And Baymax gets the final line of the series with his catchphrase. What way to end it?
All right, final thoughts, gentlemen.
I guess I'll go then. I thought it was definitely more funny than more comedy oriented, but it's still the same characters we all know and love. Just definitely a more interesting, lighthearted season. Probably a good change of pace after the last two seasons were kind of dark.
Yeah.
It was nice to see. It's nice to see these characters again, and as Dragon said, it ended off on a fairly decent note. It was just delightful to see all these characters again, and hopefully we can see more of them down the line.
Yeah. Although it might be retconned in the Baymax thing, though. So.
I mean, how much can they really retcon it? I mean, he's just going around doing stuff,
Yeah.
But, final thoughts for me. The upside, as it was kind of talked about earlier, upside, we're getting more Big Hero 6 by way of Baymax, the Disney Plus show. So, pro. The con is, I think things really came together this season. It felt like, it felt a bit more like there was a game plan despite there, being kind of a lack of an overarching plot line. I'm not saying, obviously we have the whole Noodle Burger family aspect, but I mean, we didn't have a whole mystery thing we've usually had. So in that respect, it's like, it felt it's like intentionally natural, if that makes any sense. And that came together real naturally versus like, oh, they're threatening, they're building towards something. We're just kind of like, it's in the background. Yeah, there's like a little bit of a runner, but there's a lot of breathing room. It's a simple story and puts a nice bow on it at the end. And you're gonna go out, and we tied up the notable loose end of Noodle Burger Boy with like kind of one of the OG villains from the first season, and I would have loved to get more, I gotta be honest, because this season really impressed me. It did the stuff we've been asking it to do for a while. Not everything, but made big strides. And it's maybe let's see what doors this Baymax series opens going forward. Let's just say the Baymax series does tremendously well.
Is that gonna be 3D animated like the movie?
What I have understood, yes.
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting.
I don't think they've explicitly confirmed it, but that seems to be the case.
Uh huh.
But I don't think it's gonna be like a full-on series, like maybe a bunch of shorts.
Yeah,
Right.
well, I don't know how short, but pretty much, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Maybe
Telltale is the first like explicit TV series produced by Walt Disney Animation Studios.
Interesting.
If we're lucky, maybe the buzz will be really good. Baymax will at least get. I don't know. I'm not saying maybe another show, maybe another movie. Who knows?
I mean, it's not even confirmed if any of the voice actors are returning at all.
We know we got Scott Adsit, which is what you need for Baymax.
Yeah, he better return. Yeah.
All right, Claude. Any final thoughts on your end?
Yeah, it was a pretty decent final season. Like not the best season, but it had some funny moments with a change of pace. And hopefully we see these characters again in the future.
Yeah. I'm definitely, obviously, with my circumstances, I do want to go back and actually like fully digest it. There seems to be a couple episodes that really hit the mark that I kind of missed in my half migraine stupor today. But overall, I respect the smaller scale that this season went with, and I respect the fact that they kind of tied everything together with the fast food mascots, and they really did seem to be kind of like one of the big driving forces of the show's style. And so to have all of them together like that, it felt pretty satisfying. I feel like overall, I feel like season 2 was maybe a little bit too ambitious for its own good because it had like two really dramatic overarching plots. This season felt pretty refreshing. Like it honestly, like I said, with some of the humor in it, it really did feel like a callback to kind of like the one Saturday morning days of Disney animation. And I like that. I thought that was a good change of pace for the show.
You think about it, Scully and McCorkle were involved in a lot of those.
Yeah.
It was on brand.
Mm-hmm.
All right, folks. Well, thank you so much for watching. This will probably be the last Big Hero 6 related podcast for a while. I mean, I assume we'll talk about the Baymax shorts in some capacity on Plus and Us once those come out. But in the meantime, folks, one more time.
Bye.